So we are getting the first-hand information about the untimely demise of Patoranking's sister. Her name is Chioma. So most of you, especially those in Ghana and even those in Nigeria, realize that we share a common artist. His name is Patoranking. The reason why I'm saying we share a common artist or an artist whose name is Patoranking is because Patoranking, through his early years, even before he became Patoranking, he was schooling in Ghana. He had basically his first hits in Ghana, and even he was inspired using the Ghanaian sounds and even the Afrobeat sound. Okay, and then he's gone on to gain higher heights and move on to different levels. Patoranking, not just him alone. I'm talking about the likes of other artists like Mr. Easy and even Rema, because Rema also was working at the beach here in Ghana before he went back to Nigeria and he blew. So these artists, we share all of them. They are very popular not just here in Ghana but also in Nigeria. But then there is a news about them which is currently trending on social media, and unfortunately, if you are watching this, Rema's sister is dead. Rema's biological sister is dead. Not just that, Rema's biological sister's husband is dead. Now, what led to this death and the circumstances and even the surroundings in terms of this whole thing is very daunting, very, very painful, and also very tragic. Let me get into the details. First of all, what you are watching on the screens is Patoranking's sister, the late sister Chioma, together with the husband. So they are a beautiful couple. They married some few years ago, and they share a 3-year-old son. That is what we are learning. But unfortunately, something happened at their residence that currently many people are really shocked, and people are asking, how did this happen? Mind you, there are conflicting reports, okay? Because the initial reports that came in was that Patoranking's sister, there was a gas leak and there was an explosion. But the videos which is currently going on social media. So they were saying that it's a gas leak, there's an explosion, and because of that, they died. Now, the second update which came was that it wasn't a gas leak, it was an inverter. So let me break it down. For those of you in Ghana and Nigeria, if you don't know what an inverter is, basically we have various forms of inverter. Inverters is on our laptops, many gadgets and stuff. They just invert or convert energy to kind of power that particular appliance. But in this particular instance, the inverter we are talking about has to do with NEPA. Okay, so I'm mentioning NEPA because NEPA takes the light and gives the light. They are in control of the electricity in Nigeria. So what we are learning on the ground is that Chioma, the late Chioma, and then the husband in their house, per the videos you've seen on social media, if you've not seen it, you can just check them out. They have a nice plus building and they use solar. So the solar basically is energy from the sun, but the energy from the sun you can't use it directly. You need to charge it, or you need to convert the energy into a battery, and the battery will convert it back into an energy for you to use it. So the solar is coming, it has to charge, and then it converts it into the battery to store the energy, and the battery redistributes it to the house. So basically that is the kind of inverter that we are talking about, and very soon I'll be putting the inverter on the screens. So the news we got was that the inverter was the cause of the explosion, or the cause of the whole fire in their house. Then today, the Nigerian police, the federal police, have come out with an official statement saying that the rumors that this whole explosion of fire in regards to Patoranking's sister's death and also husband may or might have started from an inverter is not true, because from their investigations they can really say that it is from a gas explosion. So that is what we are learning. So the initial thing, it is from a gas explosion. Now that was one of the things that also came, but the third argument in which people around, okay, the neighbors are saying, what they are saying is that it is not as a result of gas explosion, it's as a result of thunder explosion. So the thunder we see when it's about to rain or drizzle, that kind of thunder strike. Apparently they are saying the thunder strike at an angle which was their pole, or a pole which was delivering light to them, on the lines, and somehow struck and caused a significant impact, electrical impact and high voltage, and then it just blew off the whole house. So that is the angle that people or the neighbors are giving. But the real question is, what really did happen? Because currently the neighbors are saying one thing, the people who also went there are saying another thing, and even the police is also saying another thing. So it is a whole lot of things right now, and the news even coming in, which I'll be giving in the second update, is that this woman, there was something happening to her or with her before she died. But I will not break this because I want to do this in a part 1, part 2, and part 3. But before then, we will be looking at what people are saying, and the eyewitness accounts, what they are saying, that the things that they are saying that might have caused this. Because when the news came in that it was as a result of this whole inverter stuff, the neighbors started talking that when the explosion happened, they went to the house and they realized that the inverters that people are purporting may have caused this whole explosion, the inverters are intact. So let's put this on the screens, okay? What we are putting on the screens is a post. It says, this coming from Chinedu Njoku. It says, even the brother sent me 3 photos of the inverter and mentioned that there was no explosion from any inverter, so he doesn't know where the blogs got the news of inverter explosion from. So currently the inverter explosion that people are saying that no, it's not the inverter, because when the thing happened, the Chioma, that's the sister of Patoranking, went out, was screaming and called neighbors, and there was a car which was passing by. That car even stopped and picked her to the hospital as the neighbors came to see what was going on. So she had the courage to come out and call neighbors, because their kid was upstairs. And the people went to the house and they realized that fine, a significant damage have happened, but it is not from the inverter. People are speculating because they've sent a picture. As you can see the picture on the screen, this is the inverter which kind of takes in the energy from the sun, converts, stores it into the battery, and then releases into the household appliances. And they are saying the inverters are okay. The inverters are okay. So what was wrong? Now, there are many posts, okay? These posts kind of detail every angle of it, but then we will be reading one significant one, which is coming from the neighbors, or those who are close, or who are the neighbors of this late couple. You have to know that both Patoranking's sister and the husband, as at this moment, are dead. So they are saying that Patoranking's husband, when the thing happened, he apparently died on the spot, okay? But Patoranking's sister, when she was sent to the hospital because she came out, she was screaming, a car was passing by, private car, they took her in, they rushed her to the hospital, but she died few days afterwards, okay? And the husband was dead on the spot, no problem, or died on the spot. Now let's read this on the screens. Above the explanation is the truth. Late Mr. George is my next neighbor, 2 buildings after my own. I suspect the substance may have been planted when the building was ongoing, as the gas cylinder we suspected had no issue, and the degree of injury sustained by the wife was too much to warrant her death. Was not much to warrant her death, because after the incident she came out making calls and was walking towards the compound next to mine when one of our neighbor's son used his dad's vehicle to convey her to the hospital. It is a sympathetic story, but God knows best. May their soul rest in peace. So people are now, the neighbors are now saying that whatever happened to Chioma, the Patoranking sister, shouldn't have warranted her death, because the injuries were not really significant. But then one thing you guys have to notice is that when a gas usually explodes, it doesn't just burn you. We are talking about the gas, the harmful substance that could enter into your lungs, that could destroy you, and even eternal bleeding, okay? Now it goes on to say, Kai, this is a wicked world. And then someone was asking what they planted. Now, this is not all, okay? There is another post involved. And this particular post involved are the neighbors who have also come out to, give their 2 pieces about this. And they are questioning where from this narrative that, it was a gas explosion and someone caused. They are saying no. Remember, this is just a surface, yeah? We have a lot that's a lot of things that will be showing on the screens. Now we want to get the neighbors comment first. Again, someone posted this. If only you people know George is an expert in inverter installation. If only people will know George install almost all the street lights in Abakaliki, Ebonyi states, and Onitsha LGA. So basically, they are saying that the person who did the inverter installation, people were blaming him that he caused it. But upon realization, they realized that it was not really an inverter explosion; it was a gas explosion. And someone came to say, not only that George is my boss in electrical and electronics field, but the man is wizard when it comes to electrical and electronics installation. So people are now saying that it couldn't have been from the inverter because the person who did it is an expert. So it begs the question, if the man didn't do this and then the person whom is purported that he may have caused it, if he is not the person who did this, what happened? So let's get the full story. When this happened, someone posted a lengthy thing on Facebook detailing what may have happened, and the person is seemingly giving us a clue into the final hours of Chioma, who happens to be Patoranking sister, and then the husband. Let's put this particular post on the screens, okay? Now, this post on the screens details the sequence of things that unfortunately led to this sad end, okay? Let's put this on the screen just a minute whilst we load this whole thing, because this particular message is a lot, and then it's also sad because no one is supposed to, pass out this way. And there are also calls and investigation. People are asking that we don't need to just treat this. We need to get to the core of this. Now, let's put this on the screens. Yeah, it says painful demise of younger sister of Patoranking and her husband. What really happened? So let's take it. It says a couple, Princess Orabel Chioma and George Obuchi, passed away under mysterious circumstances in Abakaliki, Ebonyi. Her close friend Uchechi reached out to me. According to her, Chioma was very, very humble. If you jump bush, she will follow us. She was just a good soul, very polite and cheerful. Here is what Uchechi said really happened. So now, apparently, they are saying that her best friend or sister is giving insight into what really might have happened. Now, it goes on to say the tragic incident that claimed the lives of this beautiful couple occurred on Sunday up to 25th of August 2024. So now we are learning that this whole thing incident happened weeks ago. Okay, weeks ago. That's before the end of August. I'll say at their new duplex opposite St. John's Catholic Church, Odomiozi, Abakaliki, Ebonyi State. So we are learning that it's also a new house. It goes on to say the couple and their 3-year-old son were both upstairs when the husband George suddenly started perceiving something that smelled like a burning object. So they are now telling us that the husband was upstairs together with the wife and the child. They started smelling something they started smelling something like something was burning. He told the wife that he will go check it out what was smelling, and the wife followed him suit immediately, leaving their son Ken upstairs as he was asleep. So the man said he's going to check what was burning. The lady followed because she wanted to know also what was happening. But then, because their son was sleeping upstairs, they left their son. So that sleeping of the son was what saved that little boy's life. It goes on to say both of the couple were heading to the door to open it and observe the environment, but something suddenly exploded on them. Wow. The husband sustained a severe burn all over his face and body and went into coma immediately. So they are saying that before they reached the door, they realized that an explosion had happened, big explosion, and the impact was so much that Patoranking sister's husband George instantly was knocked out, and we are learning that he went into instant coma. Now, the husband sustained a severe burns all over his face and body and went into coma immediately. Chioma, the wife, on the other hand, got burnt on the face and some parts of her hands and body. She immediately placed some of her friends and her dad on call. Because it was Sunday, some of her friends couldn't reach out immediately, but neighbors rushed to her home and drove them to hospital. Her friends met at at Fetha at the Bent unit, where they were both rushed to. George, having sustained more severe injuries, was attended to first by about 5 team doctors, while the wife was attended to by 2 doctors and a matron. Chioma was stronger and taking a course, but suddenly died Saturday, 30th of April at 7:38 p.m. So this is where it gets a little bit jicky. Yeah, they are saying that all these are Chioma was taking course and vigilance. So what may have caused her death? Okay, what may have caused her death? Was it trauma, or was it that when he learned that the husband maybe or won't be making it, is that what really caused her to kind of lose hope, or perhaps just give up? Now there's a part 2 to this story, so this is not just the part that we have detailed parts. Okay, let's add this, or let's proceed to the next one. Yeah, so listen, he says here, George kept fighting for his life till yesterday, the 11th day of September, but sadly passed away at 12 noon African time. So now, in a plot twist, we are learning that even the wife died earlier. So the wife was the first person who died, and then George followed. That was 2 days ago. Worthy of note is the fact that the gas, which was initially speculated to be the cause of death, didn't explode. And also the inverter battery is intact at their generator house, far from the main building where it was installed. George is an expert in installation, as you can see the images attached. Also, the gate, which was locked when the explosion happened, was suddenly wide open, which the wife kept asking when she was still alive, who had opened the gate, since the house help wasn't available. So now we are learning that the house help wasn't available, and also the gate was opened. Who opened the gates? And they were trying to get answers while Chioma was alive. The cause of their death has remained a mystery, as both the couple and their close friends couldn't ascertain what really played out on that ugly day. The couple Chioma, who was formerly known as Chioma Pato, in reference to his brother Patoranking, hailed from Onitsha, Igbozi, Onitsha LGA, and George, who also hailed from Uburu LGA, both in Igbonyi, moved into their new duplex on the first week of August and celebrated their son's birthday on the 11th of August at their residence with well-wishers and friends. They celebrated their son's birthday and housewarming the same day. Say something if you know something, please. God bless you. So now, basically, God bless you, Uchechi. So basically, this is exactly the kind of speculated things that they are saying is coming from the first-hand sister or close friend. Very conflicting. But now the Nigerian police is saying that it was, or it is, a gas explosion. Now, there are a whole lot of twists to this story that I'll be covering, because there's more updates. But as I said, we want to treat this as a part 1, part 2, and part 3. At this instant, what I want you to do is to share this video and like it, because when it happens, I'll be intrigued to go in and get all the details. I don't mind flying to Nigeria, Lagos, getting to that place, talking to people, and giving you the first-hand interview. So this is exactly what is really happening. We are following this case so closely. But upon all that has been said, we are just wishing Patoranking to take heart, and we are also wishing this nice couple to rest in perfect peace. I believe that God knows what he was doing, or God knows the best. And we just thank God for the life of that beautiful young three-year-old boy who is survived by this 2 beautiful couple. We'll give you more updates later.